Hello, my name is Lilian Okibe. Welcome to my channel. So from the title of this video, I'm sure you guys already know why we are here. I finally got locks, like I got my hair locked. So in this video, I'm basically going to be answering some of the questions that you guys may have. Why I decided to lock my hair, how many locks I have, what this means for my channel and things like that, and all that jazz. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then please keep on watching. The first question that I know many of you may have is, why did I decide to lock my hair? Well, I don't know, for those of you that have been following me for a while now, you guys know that I like locks. Like, I love locks. I like the look of locks, and that's one of the reasons why, or what inspired me to come up with that hairstyle, the Lilian Okibe temporary locks that you guys love so much. So if you guys don't know what that means, what that is, that's basically a hairstyle I came up with in 2019 that basically just helps people with like 4C kind of hair, kinky coily, tightly coiled kind of hair, to have their hair looking like dreadlocks even without the commitment. So like, it's just a style. It's more like braids, you know, but your hair will look like locks without extensions, with just your natural hair. And if you're tired of the style, you can easily unravel. Like, it's basically a protective style where your hair gets to look like locks without any form of extensions. It's because of my love for locks, the look of locks, that was what inspired me to do that style, to come up with that style. And I feel like you guys that watch my videos probably know that saw this coming. You know, I attempted to lock my hair for the first time in 2019. I shared with you guys here, but unfortunately that did not last too long. I think that lasted for just like 3 days or so. But like, this time around is different, and I'm going to tell you guys more about that later on. But basically, the reason why I decided to lock my hair is nothing deep. I know that reason may not be good enough for many people, because for many people they start locks for spiritual reasons. For me, it's not spiritual at all. It's not spiritual in any way. It's just because I like locks, I like the look of locks, and I want to have locks that are not like the temporary locks that I always do, that are like permanent, you know. So I want to have locks. How long this will last, I don't know. I don't know how long I'll keep my locks in. I hope to wear my locks for at least 2 years, you know, but let's see how it goes. So that's that about that question. So the next question that you guys may have is like, how did I start my locks? So my locks are basically just 2 days old. I started I actually did this in the midnight, like in the early morning of the 1st of February. So this is basically 2 days old already, so 1st and 2nd. I started my locks with the Lilian Okibe temporary locks. So you guys can see, like, I did them really small, and that's why my hair kind of looks loose. My hair doesn't look like locks right now. It looks like it's just my natural hair that I've not combed for like 4 weeks, you know. But these are actually the temporary locks that you guys always see me do. The reason why it looks like this is because I did them very small this time around. They are very small, very tiny. So that's why they look like this, but they are basically the Lilian Okibe temporary locks. Now, the reason why I chose to start my locks using that method instead of doing twists, like most people, when it's free form, like if you're not going to the loctician to like have your hair like interlocked or things like that, for you to have the instant dreadlocks, or you don't want to use extensions, what many people do is to start their locks with 2-strand twists. Now, the reason why I decided to use this method instead of starting with 2-strand twists is that I feel like with this, you're going to have the lock look faster. Like, my hair is just like 2 days old, and you guys can see it's already starting to look like locks, you know. I would not be able to get this with 2-strand twist. Also, I feel like this has more body and like volume than 2-strand twist. Now, the downside to starting your locks this way is that you're going to have way more shrinkage than when you use 2-strand twists. Now, I actually first started with 2-strand twists. Like, I started my locks with 2-strand twists. Like, I had the intention of starting my locks with 2-strand twists. So I even did the twist. I'm going to leave a picture here for you guys to see the twist. I did basically mini twist, and I wore that for 2 days. Like, the picture you guys will see is probably the picture I'm going to put here is the picture of my twist when they were like 2 days old, so that you guys can compare, you know. So I did that, and then I just realized that even though I had more length, I had more hang time with the twist, normally you're going to have more length and more hang time with the twists than with this method. With this, your hair will shrink up like immediately. You know, I managed to just put my hair in a puff now, but like my hair is like really shrunken already, even though I've not had this for long. So with 2-strand twists, you have more length, but you're not going to have as much volume, like instantly as much volume as with this. And yeah, it's going to take a while for the pattern of the twist to fade away, as opposed to doing it like this. Like with the twist, I've watched so many videos, and many people say like for some people it takes up to a year before the pattern of the 2-strand twist starts to fade, and I do not want that. So it's like, do you want more length? Like I had to choose between having more length with 2-strand twist and having longer time for my hair to actually start to look like locks, or use the Lilian Okibe temporary locks where I have a lot of shrinkage instantly, you know, but having my hair to look like locks faster. And so I actually tried the twist, and then I converted those same twists. Like the picture that you guys saw are basically twists. Like I basically converted. I have the exact same number of twists. I had the exact same number of twists in that picture as I have like the temporary locks now. So like they are basically the same sections, but you guys can see like how much more volume I have now than I had with the other one. I'm going to show you guys what my hair looks like loose at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, I decided to, because I feel like I want more volume, like I decided to go for the temporary locks, starting with temporary locks instead of starting with 2-strand twists. Another thing that was kind of like tricky for me was deciding what size of locks I wanted. Now from the videos I've watched, and like from what I know, like if you want to start your locks, you should start with sections that are slightly smaller than how the size you want your locks to end up to be, you know, because basically your hair will get like more will get thicker basically as your locks mature. So it was actually very tricky deciding what size of locks I wanted. But I eventually decided to go with really small locks, just because with this I feel like if I end up not liking the size, I can combine the locks so they'll become bigger, as opposed to doing bigger sections, and then if they become like too bigger than the size I want, I will not be able to make them smaller, except I have to like comb out my hair and start all over. So that's why I decided to go with like small size. So if I want my locks to be bigger as they mature, I can easily combine them. So the next question that you guys may have is how many locks I have. So I actually counted, and I have a total of 186 sections, different sections. So this hopefully should mature to 186 locks. So that's all the sections I have. I know it looks like I have more, but like no, I just have 186. Now I don't know, I did not measure the patterns, and I actually did not part my hair with a rat tail comb or anything. I use my fingers to part my hair, so my parts are not like perfect or anything, but that's actually what I wanted. I don't want my hair to look completely perfect. Like as my hair matures, I don't want it to be to look too perfect and too manicured, you know. I want it to have that kind of feel of effortless, frizzy, fluffy, you know, that kind of thing. So that's why I did not part my hair with a rat tail comb. I just use my fingers. But nevertheless, my parts are not so bad. Like they do not follow a pattern or anything like that, but you can see my scalp, you know. So yeah, I did not part my hair with a rat tail comb or anything. I just did parted my hair with my fingers. So for those of you that have been following me for a while now, you guys probably know that this is not the first time I attempted to do my locks. I actually attempted to do locks like in 2019, I think August of 2019 or so. The difference between this attempt and last attempt is that back then when I attempted to do my locks, I made a decision. Despite the fact that I've always loved locks, I made the decision to lock my hair out of like anger and depression and things like that. So like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so sad and everything, I'm just going to lock my hair, you know. And I feel like that's not the right frame of mind to do anything, not whether it's locks or it's not the right frame of mind to do anything. And so it did not last because as soon as I got over my depression, I was like, oh, I missed my hair, and I went back to my loose natural hair. That lasted for just like 3 days. The locks lasted for just like 3 days. And another thing why I did not go through with that first attempt was that I actually wanted to completely freeform. What that means is that I just leave my hair in an afro and just let it tangle by itself, not plating or twisting or anything. Just let it do its thing. And the problem with that method for my kind of hair is because of the length of my hair. Like if my hair was really short, like a TWA, that method would have worked perfectly. But because my hair, like I have length to my hair, you know, my hair is obviously not a TWA, so but my hair shrinks to a TWA. Like if I leave my hair alone and just wet it, it's going to shrink and be down to my scalp, you know, that kind of thing. And so when I did that method of totally free-forming, my hair shrunk up a lot to my scalp, and like there was no pattern to it. Like I had some strands that were coiled down to my scalp, I had some strands that were not as coiled to my scalp. Like everything was just really small, and it was very difficult to get into my scalp. I feel like if I had continued to let my hair do its thing, because of the length of my hair, that I have so much hair shrinking up to my scalp, like at the end of the day it's going to be very difficult to get into my scalp. And I feel like I would have had issues with getting to my scalp, and I would probably have had scalp issues. So I feel like if you have hair like mine and you want to do completely freeform, I feel like it's better for you to freeform when your hair is short. That way your hair tangles and then eventually starts to grow out, such that it will be easier for you to have access to your scalp. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, that's one of the reasons why I did not go through with my first attempt at doing locks. Now this second attempt, you guys can see my hair is like really fluffy, and some people may think that my hair is loose, you know, like many people don't know that I'm starting locks, you know, because of how fluffy it is. And that's actually because of the method that I used. Because the sections are really small, my hair still kind of looks like an afro. Like I can still pull off an afro with this, despite the fact that my hair is in like sections and plated, you know, that kind of thing. And that's kind of like the look I'm going for, somewhere in between free-forming and manicured, you know, that kind of thing. So as my hair locks, it's actually like free, like it looks like an afro, but as it locks, it's going to lock into a pattern of 1-1-1. Like it's already demarcated, so it's going to form locks in this pattern, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. So at the end of the day, when it starts to grow out, I'm going to have access to my scalp, because all the hair, like I've kind of like told my hair where to follow, you know. So it's not completely free forming, but somehow it's free forming. It's not as manicured as with twist, because with twist, like all your hair is tightly twisted, but with this it's very loose. So in a way, I'm kind of like leaving my hair to do its thing, but it's kind of free, but not as free as 100% free forming, because like I have sections to it, but it's not as tight as with twist or with regular braids. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's kind of like the look I'm going for me to have kind of like an afro-y kind of thing, until when my locks mature and starts to hang. That's kind of like the picture I have in my head. I don't know if it will end up like that, but that's kind of like the picture I have in my head. Now with this method, this is like the first person, I believe like this is going to be like the first video probably that I know of anyone starting their dreadlocks with I keep saying dreadlocks, not because I feel like, because I know so many people are offended by the word dread in front of the locks, but I keep saying dreadlocks just for description purposes, not because I feel like locks are dreadful or anything like that. So just in case you're watching this and you have a problem with the dreads part of it, just know that I'm saying that for description purposes. Like it's not because I feel like locks are dreadful, you know. Yeah, like I was saying, I believe like this will be the first video on online, probably on YouTube, where anyone is starting their locks with this method of the Lilian Okibe temporary locks. So I really don't know how my hair is going to turn out, because I don't have people before me that have done this. However, I don't know, I've said this so many times, like severally on my channel before. My mom has locks. I started my mom's locks in 2019, August 2019 thereabout, and I started my mom's locks with this method, with the Lilian Okibe temporary locks. And now my mom is about over a year into her lock journey, and her hair is like locked and beautiful. However, her locks are not as small as mine. Her locks are really chunky and really big, because she could not sit down for long hours of like me doing this style for her. So she has, I think, about 18 or thereabout number of locks on her head. So her hair is way more chunky than mine. So because of her, I have her as a guide. So in a way, I have an idea of what my hair will look like, because I've done it before on her. But because, like, of course, my hair and her hair are not completely the same, and my sections are a lot smaller, so I don't really know. I don't really have options of things to see that, okay, like to be sure that to a large extent I know what my hair is going to look like. So I'm going into this blindly and I'm just going to have to discover, like I'm going to be discovering things as I go along. Like it's not like something that I've seen before and like I know what the end result is going to be like. This is totally I don't know what I'm doing to a large extent, because nobody has done this before. Like I don't have anyone to look up to, because no, I've not seen anyone that has started their own journey like this. So I have no idea what my hair is going to look like in the next like 1 month or 5 months or whatever, you know. So hopefully as I go along I'm going to figure this out. So the next question, my vision for my locks. I want like what I have in mind, the picture I have in mind of how I want my hair to be is like I said, I want to have like kind of like an afro-y kind of look until when my locks are really mature. So I want to be able to wear a puff, I want to be able to wear like afro-y kind of styles, you know, since my hair is still soft. Like even though my hair looks like it's already tangled, like these sections are still, sorry, like the sections are not like fully tight and compact yet. I know that as the days go, I've not washed my hair since I did this, so I know that after I wash my hair for the first time, my hair will shrink a little bit more, like to shrink even more, and then to become more compact. Like it's not going to be as like soft. Like for now it's still very, very easy for me to dig my hand into these sections. Oh, another thing, I did not band my hair. Like when I show you guys how to do the temporary locks, I usually tell you guys to band the hair so that it will become more compact, you know. But for this particular time, this time I did it, I did not band my hair, just let it be. So this is just, it's not really as compact as how it should be. I believe that as when I wash my hair, after I wash my hair for the first time, it's going to be more like compressed and more compact and to look more like locks and everything. So but my vision for my locks is for it to, I want it to be fluffy and afro-y until when it becomes like kind of mature. So I want to be able to wear afro-like kind of styles. And another reason why I made the locks like this small is just so that I'll have styling options to a large extent, because you guys watch my videos, you guys know that I like to switch up my styles a lot. So that's another reason why I made it so small. The smaller your locks, the more options you have when it comes to styling, you know. So that's why I made it this small. Yeah, back to the question, my vision for my locks. I don't know I don't really have any, like I said, I don't have any vision, in the sense that I don't know, I've not seen anyone that has done theirs like this per se, exactly like mine, with these sections and with this method. So I don't know what it look like, but hopefully it should look like locks very soon. So now the next question, I don't know how many of you may be thinking, like, what does this mean for my channel and for what I do now? For many of you know, I believe many of you know that like I make hair content for a living. Like this is what I do. I do this full time. This is my job, you know. And that's actually one of the reasons why I have not gone through with locking my hair for so long. Like I've been wanting to lock my hair for a very long time now. Like even before I shared with you guys, like I've always loved locks, and I've always liked to have locks for myself, you know, that kind of thing. So the reason why I've not done this for so long is because I make natural hair content for a living, you know. And I don't know how, like, you guys, people come to my channel, people watch my videos, people engage with my content because they are looking for natural hair related things, you know, that kind of thing. And even though locks are still natural, but the lock community and natural hair community are not like completely the same, you know, that kind of thing. So that's one of the major reasons why I've not locked my hair for so long. I know that many people do not really accept locks, and I know many people have negative impressions of locks and things like that, but that's not even the main reason why I've not locked my hair, because I really don't care what people think, you know. But because of the nature of my job, like what people think, kind of to a large extent, when it comes to my content, how people perceive my content, what people think about my content, affects how much they engage and how much they interact with the content and how much they watch my videos, you know. And that greatly affects my income, you know. So despite the fact that I'm the kind of person that really doesn't care about what people think of me, like if I want to do something, I'll do it. Like if you don't like it, that's your business, you know, that kind of thing. But because of my job, it's a lot more complicated than that's your business, because now my business is kind of like your business because you watch my videos, and also that kind of affects my income. So that's why I've been like I've been talking myself out of doing this for so long, even though I love locks and I've wanted this for a very, very long time. But now I just feel like I know that this will affect my channel to a large extent. I know that this will affect my presence to a large extent, to affect the kind of opportunities I get to a large extent. But I really, 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 really want to have locks, and I know that I'm going to have to pay a price. I know that some of you will unfollow me and unsubscribe to my channel because of this. I know that my views will probably drop because of this, because many of you come watch my videos for the natural hair content, and since I'm now locked, like I will not be able to give natural hair content as much. I'm still going to, like, the knowledge I have acquired from my natural hair journey, I still have them, and so if you guys are interested, I can still make natural hair related tips videos, you know. But when it comes to styling and all those kind of things, obviously because I no longer have loose natural hair, I will no longer be able to make hairstyling videos of loose natural hair anymore. So I totally understand that some of you may unsubscribe to my channel and some of you may unfollow me on my social media. I totally understand, and I expect that will probably affect my income and, you know, that kind of thing. And I've actually been there when like I wasn't making any money and things like that, and it's not a good feeling at all. Like when you're you need money for something basic, you have to go and ask family and friends and all those kind of things. Like, it's not the best feeling. So I know what it means to not make money, and I did not enjoy it you know, but this is the price I have to pay. I really, really want this, and it would be, I would love for you guys to continue to support me. But in case you are not interested, like you're not just into locks, like I totally understand, but this is something I really, really want to do. I want locks, and I want to have locks, and I've decided to do it despite the fact that I know that it will affect my business. But hopefully very soon I get to have my own, like a community of people who are interested in locks, dreadlocks too, and probably inspire some of you to start your own dreadlocks journey. So yeah, that's all I have to say today. If you guys have any more questions that you want to ask as regards to my hair, my new locks journey, and basically any questions you have to you want to ask, please drop them down in the comment section. Like I said, I hope you guys continue to support me, but if you don't, that it's totally fine. I also know that I'm going to get so many more negative comments than I used to get when my hair was loose, because people don't just understand locks, and they think it's ugly and unkempt and dirty and things like that. So I'm totally expecting all those things. Like, I know that they will come, and I'm totally expecting, like, if they don't come, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. You know, but I know that they're going to come. I've already started receiving them already. Like, I've started receiving those kind of comments already, even in real life and online, you know, despite the fact that I've been locked for just one full day. You know, but I'm so happy, like I'm so excited about this journey, and like I just love how my hair is looking. It looks good. Anyway, so yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys what my hair looks like loose, but let me do the outro first. So with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel already and you would like to see how far I would go with my hair, like what my hair will like what my locks will grow into, this is completely new. I don't know what it's going to look like in like a few months, and if you want to see what will happen in the future with my hair, with my locks, then definitely subscribe, because despite the fact that I now have locks, I'm still going to be making content. I don't know how, because locks is low maintenance, but I don't know how that will happen, but I'm going to have to come up with content, because this is what I do for a living, you know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me go ahead and show you guys what my hair looks like loose.